All right. I'm doing the Keith now. Can little bass.
That's important, man. I got to be able to hear
Can
yourself,
hear yourself, man.
Need some bass.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, new little segment that we're doing, just while we're working out some kinks and so forth and so on. It's just entitled "Let's Talk About It." Jermaine and I kind of kicked it off on last Friday.
Let's straighten
And
it out.
yeah,
Do it till you're satisfied.
yeah. So what we decided we're going to give keyboard lessons.
So you want to start a band?
Because I don't know if y'all ever noticed. I didn't ever really pay it any attention until last Friday. What does he do, Clark? Come over here and show everybody what Jermaine do.
What? What I told?
Yeah, show everybody what Jermaine do. Get right here.
Okay.
He's in B flat. In B flat.
Every time you say something, I think the Lord is trying to tell you something. And whenever,
Wrote a song about it.
and I'm just going to just dude quit playing the keyboard back there when ain't no keys back there.
They got you, man. They got you, dude.
Listen,
Look
man.
at keep hands. He's
Hey.
in position already.
But I'm
There you go. There you go.
No, seriously. I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret.
Yeah, we probably already know.
I'm gonna share it though.
Go for it.
Now,
You look like Ricky Bobby.
Wow.
what I supposed to do with my head?
Exactly. But you were going to tell us.
No,
a secret.
seriously. All seriousness.
Look at it. There you go.
Couldn't help it.
You look like you're having some kind of
No,
attack.
wait.
Here he come. Here he come.
Listen, this is the
Have you
honest
ever
guy-
seen Marcus Miller without a bass in his hand when he does an interview?
What does he do?
He plays bass. He always has a bass in his hand.
Hey, but this is the honest guy truth. Now, I used to have a real bad speech impediment.
Okay.
Like bad, like I played the role of Jesus and was stuck up in front of the church for about 30 minutes. Like Jesus came, left,
Crucified,
I'm still
resurrected, ascended to the right hand of the Father. And used to do.
I'm sure the pastor was like, "Who was in charge of casting? Who casted this dude?"
Oh no, you gotta hear the church mothers when they do that. Help him, Lord.
help him, Lord. Be with him, Jesus.
Take your time. Help him, Lord.
So it was bad. It was, terrible. So what helped me overcome?
You haven't.
No.
Okay.
What helped me overcome stuttering was taking my time and using my hand motion as if I was playing keys, because when I'm sitting in front of the keys and I'm getting ready to sing, I don't stutter. Like,
You know who that? Andre Crouch
really?
had a bad stutter stammer.
Yeah.
Mel Tillis,
Mhm.
the country, same thing.
Yeah.
They said, but when we sang,
It
because it's
it comes out.
rhythm,
Yeah.
it comes out, and then they start talking.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, what's happening? So people go in because I think speech impediments are
Yeah.
psychological.
More mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so people go in. I did speech pathology for 3 years
Really?
when I was in elementary school. Yeah. It wasn't a stutter, but it was how I
it
was
was the
pronouncing
words,
my
how you was
words
forming
and
the
how I
words.
was forming the words.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm even a public speaker,
Yeah.
and that's what happens though. A lot of times,
It's a miracle.
Yeah. No.
well, no, you aspire. I talk about her all the time, Avis Weber. One, it was attention,
Okay.
but two, I saw people do it, and so I started studying that, and I got better.
Yeah.
I became
Mhm.
more conscious.
Yeah.
But there are times, and what happens with me is
Uh-oh.
my mouth is moving, my brain is moving faster than my mouth,
Yeah, that's
Bro,
it.
and
yeah.
trying to,
Exactly.
because I got all this, and it's like
You can't get it out.
No,
can't get it
listen,
out too
listen.
much.
Listen, I was in a situation one time. My real good friend, Chad C. No Roper, we was out somewhere, and I was arguing with somebody. So like when you get excited, it's really hard for you to say words because you trying to.
Get it out.
Man, I'm in this argument with this dude, and the words wouldn't come out. I knew what I wanted to say, but the words wouldn't come out. So I'm so finally after 5 minutes I look over at Chad like, you tell him. So Chad started going off on him. And I'm still standing there like,
Yeah. What he said.
yeah, hey, this is right-handed guy. This
And
other
I'm
guy
gonna tell
true.
you, being here has helped me so much.
Yeah. Me
Doing
too.
this every
too.
day. And I'm gonna tell you what has been the real benefit is cutting those commercials.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, because it was something I never did.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because I got one for you today when we finish up here.
There you go.
I want to be
Dude, I'm ready to
as
go.
therapeutic as possible with you.
No,
so
no,
now,
but
now
you know
it's,
what, man?
now it's therapeutic.
I am glad that you said that because, again, for me, and I tell everybody outside of the station, they should have never gave me a microphone.
You're right. You're
Instead
right.
of
We
about them
tell
giving me-
everybody outside the station that same thing.
So it was by them giving me a microphone, I was able to actually work on that whole, thing. But when I did an interview with Channel 4, when they came and interviewed me on Positively Milwaukee, I was sitting at the piano.
Of
And
course you were.
to get through the interview, I had to play. I was playing.
Dirty.
No, seriously.
He goes, of course you
No,
were.
no, seriously. Like I actually needed that because if I would have felt nervous, then I would have started stumbling. So to keep me from feeling nervous, I was playing chords as I was talking to her, and I did the interview with no issues. So if you ever notice, and I'm gonna tell y'all, before the band plays and sing, and I'm talking to the people, I'm sitting at the keyboard and I'm playing passive chords. I'm playing chords.
Oh, I hear you. I've seen you.
And that's what gets me through that whole, okay, here we go. But if I don't do that, man, this game over.
You know, my-
Yeah, all of that is gonna start coming out. I'm like,
Clark, how do you get over yours?
I just take my time now.
yeah, you got to slow down.
Yeah.
slow
Dude
down.
told me this, man. After I preached Vesper, I'm 18 years old. He said, "Man, you got to slow down."
yeah,
He said it was good, but you just got to slow down.
yeah.
And so to be able to do it, and then now because I've done adult education,
yeah.
I understand now that when you go, first of all, people only their attention span goes about 22 minutes.
Yeah.
So are you saying that's probably should be the length of your?
No, I'm saying on
Sermon.
average, so you
Or-
can go a little longer, but 22 minutes
Mm.
is about where people, after a while, they begin to tune you out.
Mhm.
Other things become so you try, and then how much of that people are going to retain?
Mm.
So that's why you might have a salient point that you're trying to make, and you use a word, and when people do that, or you'll tell a story that the next time they see it, it's almost, remember talk about Pablo, stimulus response.
Yeah.
So when people hear, and we do it in our just because of our religious catechism. When he was talking about Jared Kushner's that building
Yeah.
666,
666.
he had a reaction.
Of course.
He had a reaction because it's part of, it's part of our, I want to say, vernacular, and especially in the African American community,
Right.
where scriptures is part of it because it's a frame of reference.
Mhm.
I can do something, the more famous ones people can identify, they can complete them, because it's just been part of what we hear. It's how we shape and form our communication. I always say our communication is really impacted by culture,
Mm.
right? Environment. Those things are the things. And so, yeah, you can have a reference. So look, I've gone to school in Nashville, I've gone to school in Maryland. And I can tell you there were universal things that most black people, we had some people, but most black people,
Yeah.
you could say it, and taking regional considerations in, they could understand it. I'll give you one. I thought my mama made up, I'm gonna get on you like white on rice.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
that's
that
like
was something black people said all over the country,
Yeah.
all over our diaspora. I'm gonna get on you like,
Like, why don't run?
yeah. So there's certain things that and I don't know how, it's kind of like explaining how the original human beings were beginning to migrate from Africa.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about over thousands of years, but at the same time, certain things, your culture, certain things that we do. And, you know, I will sit up and go, some of the stuff we say is African is probably not African,
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
but it's black.
But it's black. Yeah. Yeah.
And black is a designation because if you talk to other descendants of African people or African people, they will tell you when you say black, you think Americans.
Yeah.
Keith, I'm glad you went kind of where I was going. It's a great segue because what I wanted to talk about was child discipline. We kind of talked about
Yeah.
this on Friday, so as we promised, we would pick it back up. Do you think, and this is for anybody in the room, you know, we're just chopping it up and we're talking about it. Do you think that the discipline that we dole out as African Americans among our children or to our children has put us in a better or worse place than our counterparts, if you will, Caucasian folks? Because they choose a different level of, I mean, because there's things that I've been in the grocery store and heard a kid say, "Shut up, mom."
Right, man.
couldn't
I'm
listen
knocking
to
you
my
into
mama.
next week.
Crack.
So
Yeah.
has it helped us or hurt us as a people? Because I see kids, even now our kids, some of our parents are afraid of their own children.
Well, that's because when you take the ability to discipline out of the picture, now like you can't hold your own kid accountable, because if you try to hold them accountable, if you try to punish them and you say, well, you know, go to your room. Well, I ain't going to my room. Well, you can't punch them in the eye, or you can't.
Yes, you can.
Well, you could.
What'd you
You could
say?
say you
no,
could.
I'm saying it's
but-
not illegal to discipline your child.
Right. It's just
And I'm talking
illegal
corporal-
to leave a mark on your child.
Abuse.
Because man, well, I'm gonna tell you what the officer told me back in the day. Never forgot it. The officer came and said, "We need more parents like you, because if we had more dads that was in the picture, some of this stuff that's happening wouldn't be going on."
Mhm.
And this is what the officer said. He said, it's just like what Keith said. It's not a crime to discipline your kid. The problem comes in when you leave the whelps or you leave the mark. But he was like, but by all means, keep doing what you're doing.
There are some sociologists who believe that the way that African Americans administer corporal punishment is a legacy of enslavement.
Mhm.
That you can beat this child into submission and they're going to do what's right. I would venture to say, if I go to prison today and talk to the brothers in prison, they receive corporal punishment.
Yeah.
And growing up, they
Growing
were-
up,
yeah.
it didn't stop them from committing crimes. I think there's a myth. Look, I talk about the whoopings that I got,
Mhm.
but it wasn't the whoopings. There was other things that my mom poured into me.
So you didn't want to disappoint your mother.
No, I didn't want to get a whooping. No, but what I'm saying is that what I think my mom was trying to do, one, deal with it because she's upset about it, but two, to let you know that there are consequences for your behavior.
actions. Yeah.
Now, if that's what you're doing, but I mean, there are kids who've never got a whooping, done very well
Right,
in their
right,
lives.
Right.
I mean, it.
But it comes from the home training.
Well,
It
but I
comes
think
from-
that it was always beat your kids, but that whole beat your kids, how much of that was that's what the slave master did?
But now you now break it down for me. Like I'm two. Spare the rod and spoil the child. What does that mean? That's biblical.
Yeah, but they weren't necessarily talking about physical. It could be physical, but it could be other things. You know, one of the most effective means of discipline my mom discovered was punishment. Well, punishment, and now even for kids,
Well, effective for you. It may not have been effective for somebody else. They sometimes we got that kid that just ain't gonna listen. I don't care what you do to him.
Right.
So
whooping them ain't gonna change that.
I don't know. It might, because
No.
again, speaking from my experience and from my surroundings. Now, of course, the stuff I did, it was the choice that I made because I started surrounding myself.
You got whoopings.
Hold on. I started surrounding myself with these people that I knew wasn't good for me.
Okay.
Now,
Did you know it at the time and still made the decision?
wait. But I was at the age of now I'm at that crossroad.
You wanted acceptance from your friends. and so
Exactly.
forth. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm at that crossroad of is you is or is you ain't. So it was the whole
But the
thing.
whoopings didn't stop you from
Hold on.
forming those alliances.
No.
did they?
The whoopings kept me from it until I got old enough. To say, hey, man, I'm a sophomore doing school. I'm staying out. I'm doing the without. So I'm seeing all this stuff, and the stuff that I'm seeing, it became me.
I'm not going to try to minimize the power of peer pressure. Peer pressure.
Oh,
is
it's
real.
huge, John.
Mhm.
And it ain't just
It's
among
huge.
it ain't just among kids, because peer pressure is groupthink. So I'm not. That's not what I'm. I'm not at this point convinced that I am the person I am. And maybe you're not saying this, so I'll say this to try to qualify it solely because my mama whooped me. No, and I can tell you,
no, that's not what we're saying, Keith.
no, that's what but I think I hear it sometimes when we say that it's like this one size fits all in what we've learned. Look, my mother didn't have the time nor luxury, even though in her mind she knew each one of her kids was different.
Mhm.
At the same time, her kids had to learn how to discipline themselves, because what she would say is, I'm not going to be there.
Wait. So Keith, say for instance, your parents told you, don't touch this. If you touch this, you're gonna get a whooping, right? And you know, now since you heard that, and you might have touched it and got a whooping, right? So now you like, okay, well, if I touch this, if I do this, I know what mama or daddy is gonna do because
For
they
some
told
kids,
me.
that worked.
Now,
For others,
I mean,
it depends on the child. And I think that we need to be mindful that there's 7 billion individuals,
Mhm.
right, with our own emotional, psychological makeups. And even though you come from the same blood, doesn't mean how you respond to stimulus is going to be the same as my brother or my sister. I mean, and we don't have the luxury a lot of times to sit up and do these deep dives. Look, I got to deal. Cole, welcome to the program. You mess it up.
Hey,
What's happening?
good morning, y'all,
What's happening?
and Happy New Year.
Same to you.
I haven't called the station since last year, but
We ain't heard from you since last year either.
yeah, I know.
Go right ahead.
Hey, no, first off, I want to say welcome to the new ownership, and I'm glad they kept everybody on. Am I breaking up? Can y'all hear me?
No, you're fine. Go right ahead.
Oh, okay. It sounded like I was breaking up. But in any case, like I said, I just want to say welcome to the new ownership of WNOV, and thanks for keeping y'all brothers and sisters on. As far as the conversation y'all are having right now about discipline, they got discipline with belt extension cords, never no foreign object outside the belt and the extension cord. But I turned out to be a pretty good guy, man. But as y'all say, you know, there's some children out there. I have a friend, a Nigerian friend. His son is 34 years old right now, and he have never put a hand on him physically. Now, would you consider yelling as a form of discipline?
yeah,
Yeah.
I would.
Would you consider it a form of abuse?
Yes,
That's how you say it.
It depends on it ain't how you say it. It depends on what you say.
it's how
Yeah,
you
that
say
was-
it too.
how you say
No,
it, too.
because if I prime example, Keith, if I see you walking across the street, right, and you don't see that car coming, and I yell, Keith, I'm yelling at you to make you aware of what's coming. So me raising my voice to get your attention, that's all that is me raising your voice to get your attention. So on the flip side, if I see you doing something and I jump on your heels like, don't you do that, such as a kid, that's going to put fear in your heart, especially coming from a man.
Because I want you to have
Right.
fear, because I don't want you to be.
I don't want you to do
But
that.
the problem is, how do you how do you balance that where now the kid is filled with fear as opposed to a healthy fear that says you just need to be mindful of your environment
Well,
and
I'm
what's
sure,
happening
right,
around you?
right.
I mean, it is. Look, I've only been called nigga negatively 2 times in my whole life.
Really?
Wow.
But my mom was one of the people. I'll never forget, and I still remember this to this day. My mama said to me, it was something I didn't do. My mama said to me, I can't stand a lazy nigga.
And it made you feel some kind of way.
Oh, dude, I was like crushed.
Mhm.
I mean, I was crushed.
Were you
And-
lazy?
Yes. I didn't say she was lying. I never.
I was gonna say something like she hit the nail on the
Right,
head.
right. It wasn't like
he
she
was
was
hurt.
lying. I never said that.
Hey, you can
And you know what, Carla? That was the operative question right there.
Yeah.
Were you lazy?
Yeah, yeah, and I'm just saying that, but in her mind, because she was so frustrated, she was so angry,
Wait.
she said something, and
Say it again, O'Keefe. She was frustrated, but it took like some stuff to
A
happen
lot.
before she got frustrated.
no, it didn't take a lot, y'all. So let's
So
not.
you mean
it
just
seemed
out
like
of the gate? She was just like you was
every
lazy.
day, one of us gave her something
What?
to be upset about.
But I'm saying this was something that built up to her saying she can't stand a lazy N-word, because I'm sure she didn't just come out the gate and say, Keith, pick this up. And I can't stand a lazy. And it was something that you did leading up to that for her to get frustrated.
Hey,
Okay, I got to
Jermaine,
let
don't
y'all
be
brothers
taking my
talk.
mama's side on this. Nigga taking my mama's side. She had to do what she did. No,
Yeah.
she didn't.
Well, the only reason why I'm saying that because dealing with a choir. I mean, you can come out, hey, y'all hit this.
414-444-5250.
But then
About
after,
9 of them, so that's a junior choir.
yeah, no. I'm saying like, she's, hey, hit this part. But then after a while of you trying to say the same thing over and over and over again, you get frustrated. So then you might say something that you would have never said if you was in the laid back mindset.
or if you understand, who are they talking about? They were talking about Flores,
Okay, yeah,
who was down in Miami,
yeah,
had that whole
Brian
issue,
Floyd.
Brian Floyd.
Yeah.
But they were saying it wasn't so much that issue he had about them tanking, trying to get draft picks.
yeah.
They said that he came from Belichick school.
Oh,
He tried to do Belichick,
yeah,
and they were saying you can't do Belichick outside of Belichick.
yeah.
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah, you
just got fired.
at North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Well, they paying out a whole lot of money.
Mhm.
But and the point was that, like with your kids, like everything, and I think choir directors need to understand this. All you choir director
How y'all
musicians.
get the choirs and we talking
No,
about
because you're
church?
talking
It was
about how
just
you
a-
talk to folks.
Oh,
It was just
okay.
a
Go
whole
for it.
example. Yeah.
This is volunteer labor.
You mean this show?
It feels like
That
that too. I'm going to talk to you about that.
He slid that one in there.
Boy, that boy good, ain't he?
We're gonna talk to you about that
That
one.
boy good.
Yeah,
You were
I
saying.
do. Oh no, we're gonna talk. But it's volunteer labor.
Uh-huh.
Now if you're professionals,
Uh-huh.
where I'm paying the tenor, I'm paying the alto, you paid to get that note.
Right.
You paid to do it.
So should we still?
I think it's how you talk to folks.
Yeah,
Because
that basically
see,
is.
well, I mean, and I do understand
But
that,
that can't-
dynamic.
that
but
can't be
people
uniform
use that,
though.
and I was gonna say people use that as an excuse that they don't like how you said it, and it was really they don't like what you said.
And they don't like how you
And-
said it.
but they will say it ain't what you said, it's how you said it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I sat there,
But
but
that be
But
an
I've been on the
excuse, though.
receiving end of a musician going after me, and I'm going, nigga, I'm volunteering.
Okay, so
And
so,
it ain't like I ain't trying to purposely mess up the note.
yeah, but it's still messed up. So
Okay,
we still
but then
gotta call
help
you
me,
out.
then teach me to work through that, and not because you yelling at me is just gonna make me even more resistant
So
to
is
anything
he-
you're saying to
so,
me.
but I'm
Mhm.
saying, but is he yelling at you after 5, 6, 7
It
times?
don't
of trying-
matter, man.
No, it do.
It don't matter
It do
because
because if you ain't never
what
been
I've
in the
learned
opposite
is
side,
spare your yelling.
Yeah.
As a
No.
manager, I learned
how that
what is it?
Spare.
Spare. Thank
Yeah.
you. Spare your yelling. So then it has real impact. Some things I'm just upset about. I need to let me disengage for a moment. Let me calm down. Because
Right.
all you're doing is raising the tension level. Because Jermaine, this is gonna surprise you.
Yeah.
There's some people in the choir that don't like you,
Oh, I know.
and they just waiting
For the opportunity.
for you yell at Debo and I
for them
go,
to get out. Well, I didn't like him anyway. But
Mhm,
but
mhm.
but that's why, again, because I've actually
We all
experienced
gonna
that.
go to the pastor on him because he ain't right.
Yeah,
But that's why I'm
they
so
doing
glad.
it in your band every time they see this.
I quit.
If he do it one more time, I'm gonna take my
Mustang.
trumpet and go home. No, but I don't know why we think you are right. The note was wrong.
But you know what, Keith?
But let me put on you. I need to be able to say, but you know what? Because maybe, especially if you know the person is trying,
Yeah.
you gotta, because you can do a lot of damage, and you just saying like, grow up.
Wait, but I'm gonna use. Debo can understand this.
Mhm,
So when you on stage and you're operating live time,
mhm.
and from the rehearsal, you spent time in rehearsals learning this part. Now it's time to go, and they miss and keep missing. As a leader, what's your response?
Keith, show him what my response is, Keith. Coming out their pocket.
Exactly. So that's a form of people will say, "Well, I don't like how he fine and being." Well,
Oh well, get it
see
right.
what I'm saying?
That's not my objective. My objective.
Well, I think
is
you're
for us
trying to get
it
the
right.
person, the now for me, when the lights come on, now it's time to focus. And now it is time to concentrate.
See,
Now
but you
it's
can't
time-
think when it's go time.
No. What I'm saying is I have prepared myself so when it's go
Exactly.
time,
Exactly.
that there should be some muscle memory that
Yep.
kicks in
Yep.
that I could tell you. Dr. King, great example. Dr. King, the night that he did the mountaintop speech at Mason Temple,
Mm.
had a bad cold.
That was the night before he died, wasn't it?
Had a
Wow.
bad cold. He was in bed. He didn't even go.
Wow.
They called him. They said, Martin, these folks are here for you. They come out in this weather, man. You need to get here. And the Lorraine is not that far from Mason Temple.
Mhm.
So, okay, so he came. Now he's sick. Yet he gave one of the greatest speeches that he's known for. Because remember we talked about Will
Right.
in the last program?
Right.
Y'all know that's distracting, right?
Hey, we over here doing the wave and passing it over to Clark.
Pop rock.
You know I am easily distracted. Ooh, bubbles. Ooh, bubbles. So, but no, I mean, you when it's showtime, man, when the lights come on,
But
I mean, there's something inside of me when it's showtime,
Yeah, Doc.
and I'll collapse.
now where was the speech at when Dr. King was losing him? Since you brought him up,
That was the March on Washington.
yeah, his speech was fading fast,
He was fake.
and it wasn't until Mahalia Jackson said, "Tell him about the dream, Martin.
Because
Tell
if
him
you
about
ever
the
heard
dream."
Martin Luther King's sermons, they were lectures.
So they really wasn't like preaching sermon.
He
They
was preaching, but this is a higher context of learning, and what you use then to create your messages and your preaching style is based on when he had to probably do when he was at Crozier and he had to do let's say a senior sermon.
Mhm,
It's not how you did it, it's the substance of the sermon.
mhm.
What points are you making in your sermon? Where for many of us, it can be what it sounds like, not the substance of what it is.
Mhm.
Right. So yeah, he did that, and all Mahalia was saying, read the room, dude.
Yeah, you're losing them here.
You losing them. And there's some people, man, we be so into us, we ain't looking at the folks in front of us,
Mhm.
and they sleeping and they on their phones and we just going. And at because part of it is you want to be able to pull the people into what it is that you're doing, to make them feel like that it's a part of that. And I hope I'm not sounding that we put enormous amount of premium on entertainment,
But you know what I'm hearing?
but enlightenment and entertainment can go hand in hand.
Yeah, but that still goes back to something we started out talking about. Even in your preaching, you're singing in the choir, whatever you're doing, you have to have discipline.
Everything in life. When you play basketball for me, when we broke the huddle was concentrate,
Mhm.
focus. You know, as Giannis say, be in that moment.
Mhm.
You know, that's why your ability to be able to breathe is so important, because once I get fatigued, habit takes over,
Mhm.
right? Bad habits will kick in. You know, it's like, how do I cope? If my coping skills is I cuss Debo out, that's how I cope. Guess what happens when I get in a stressful situation?
You cuss Debo out.
I'm gonna cuss Debo out. Now, the long-term consequences of me doing that can be devastating.
Yeah. Sure
You know, but in that moment,
you're gonna be broke.
yeah, or beat up. You know, I mean,
Or both.
or both, right? You know, take the pennies out my penny loaf.
Stop it, Jermaine.
No, I'm just saying that a whole lot of us have then talked ourselves into a situation where, ooh, I should have shut it down about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But now I have.
You went too far. Yeah.
Well, Keon always talk about habitual line steppers.
Yeah.
Now I done stepped over the line
Yeah.
because you can't go too far. And I think that some people go like, I'm just because you all into your thing.
But the one thing I will say, and it goes back to what we were talking about, even with our children, especially having more than one, you have to realize that people are individuals. There is no
Right.
uniform way
Right.
to address, because what works for Jermaine may not work with you, Keith, or you, Clark. So I think that you have to identify, and every parent knows, you know how to interact with, because what I tell this one, that don't mean that's going to work on this one. I might have to be a little more firm on this one over here.
But you also doing it in real time. You're also dealing with the stress.
Mhm.
You're also dealing with all those things. It's not like you just calmly come in. There's a whole lot. I'm trying to figure out how to keep the lights on and hear you tripping.
Yeah. Acting
You know,
fool.
that I mean, all those things will combine. Like relationships don't break up, like you were talking about my mom, right? They don't break up because you did one thing.
Right.
Usually it's a culmination of things
Exactly.
that is added up.
And
And now
told
you-
you and told you and told
Right.
you.
So now I'm at the point that I can't stand no more.
Yeah.
10 times or more, yes, I walked out that door. Get this thing through your head, there'll be no more. Did not blow your mind this time. I didn't come back, right?
Didn't I?
You know, because I mean,
Yeah.
and I just had a great example of this where, you know, and we just need to be more mindful that we're in relationships.
Mhm.
So I'm going to say this very generically. We need to be more mindful that we're in relationships. That means that there are another person
Yeah.
or peoples
Yeah.
in that relationship.
Yeah.
I need to be mindful of what I bring to the relationship. Here's what we tend to do. I done known Keith for 39 years.
Yeah.
He always do this. First of
Yeah.
all, he don't always do that.
Yeah.
We put it on automatic.
Yeah.
And then you go like, oh, but this time was different.
Different.
You know, like, and you weren't listening. I wasn't listening. My wife had told me something. I was tuning her out.
Yeah.
Now I got to go back because she had told me,
Yeah.
and then it hit me like, damn, she had told
Yeah.
me.
She did.
So I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
yeah.
if you want your relationships, and I do want our relationships to be successful, whether it's a romantic relationship, a
Yeah.
business relationship, understand that you're not the only person in that relationship. And might I even go out on a limb to say, I am not the most important person in that relationship.
Yeah.
So a lot of times how we look at people, we so focused on what it is that we feel like we have to do,
Yeah.
that we're not mindful that we're doing it with other human beings, and that we need to be aware how we say what we say, what we say, what we say. Is it appropriate to say right now? It's like some of us came up in such a way where your mama going, I'm not gonna get you right now.
Oh,
Hmm.
I'll get you later.
You don't want that old and new.
Yeah, yeah. That's
you
that.
know-
But when we get
What'd you say, Clark?
I want it now.
No,
Me
but-
now. Get it over with.
because you in church and you feel like she won't.
But you know,
No, but see,
You know-
see,
Right. Because you had some parents. I don't care where I am.
my mama, my grandmama used to tell me, she said, boy, keep on.
yeah.
I'm gonna get you.
Listen.
I'm gonna get you, boy. When I get you, I'm gonna get you for old and new.
Listen here, Doc. Mama didn't wait. We'll be on the front row, all
Oh.
9 of us.
His mama would take a drumstick.
Oh,
She played the drums.
I was cold at it too.
She come over there with that drumstick, man. And
Doc, everything got here, even if you didn't do nothing.
what that song that she was putting in work. She was putting in work over there, boy.
You know,
Hey, I remember one time she slapped one person and went down the
you look
whole
like the Three
front row.
Stooges.
That dude slapped her.
hello.
Doc, I ain't lying. Hey, we was all in the front row just
They were slayed in the spirit.
Hey, Jermaine, what I do? I don't do nothing.
That's
They
the
didn't even
case.
do nothing.
Let me tell y'all how this works. Let me tell you how this works. Some things you do, you need like to know where you are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
That's true.
last thing
That's
I'm
true.
going to do
Act a fool.
is act a fool in church
Oh my
Mhm.
God.
and embarrass
Mhm.
my mother
And that's what it
Mhm.
was. Yeah.
in church.
Act like you ain't got no home
Mhm.
training.
Oh,
Man, that was
Oh,
man,
a
listen.
Mm.
that was a non-starter. We never had that problem. That was a that was dealt with at home.
Doc.
Yeah, but you must have got that. Your mama must have came up from the same school my mama did.
Yeah.
You talking about I didn't do nothing. Don't make no difference. I get them all, and I know I got the right
Hey.
one.
Right.
Hey,
Were you there?
hey,
Were you there?
Then it was a
Hey,
possibility.
Who did it? Who did it? I don't know. I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Everybody.
That's
Hey,
right.
Clark,
Come on.
hey, Clark,
I got you.
That's on Lister. Was you on the floor?
right. Hey,
You catch the foul. I wasn't even there, man. You was on the floor.
you know what though? You know what? I can tell y'all, everybody in here understand lip reading when your mama over there said, "Boy, I'm gonna," when they that lip reading, when she ain't got to talk to you, just look.
There was
Yeah, you know what I did to resolve that? I wouldn't look at her.
That wasn't gonna change the fact.
No,
that make it worse.
I know.
That
Tell her,
make it
hey,
worse.
Jermaine, I'll be like,
that make it
guess
worse.
what happened next, Jermaine? It ain't her. Hey, the usher with the white glove. Your grandmama did come here. I said, what? Your grandmama did come here. He must have been related to them people at the other churches.
Jump back and chin.
The late Sister Wanzo used to get real frustrated with her late grandson Marcus, because Marcus got kicked out of things regularly.
That
Marcus-
sounds like me.
Marcus got walked back up into Sunday service on a regular.
Because he got kicked out of
He
children's
got
church.
kicked out of children's church. Man, poor Marcus, man.
Jeez, he must have been a bad egg.
Oh man, oh dude. And then she got the nerve to get mad. He tripping
She's mad because y'all put him out.
because we done put him out again. Don't be tripping on us. He
Y'all know the
tripping.
boy got special needs.
No, I'm not saying whether he wasn't the only kid. We had other kids that regularly got walked out. Because at this point, we're gonna have to put hands on you.
Yeah.
Because this is how you got it. He wasn't the only one. It'd be a lot of like, you're on your way upstairs, right?
Yeah.
And that's a threat right now. I love I use it with the kids. So we're gonna have to take you upstairs.
No,
They shut that down.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because because the mama already like, oh, so you was clowning?
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
You was, but I felt so bad. And this is like why, even though you have the power, don't mean you should.
Yeah.
There was a little girl. She's the prettiest little girl. But she got energy. Oh, she got energy.
oh yeah.
And she did something. She knocked something down or something. And I'm trying to, because with kids sometimes like herding cats.
Yeah.
Hey, put fire out over here.
Yeah,
One start over here, right? So in my moment of frustration, I said, "See, stop playing." And she got me.
She got the crying.
No, she did. She just went at the softest little voice. It was an accident.
And now you feeling all like, oh
Shit. And she sit up here laughing like,
I got him.
Hey.
Got him.
because she did it so innocently. She said it was an accident. I was like, no. And then I'm like, dude, here you are yelling at her. You done messed her up for life. She's gonna need therapy after all of this. I'm the one that's gonna need therapy. She got me so good because she should have did the one little tear.
No,
that would
ending
really
tear.
mess me up. That really would have messed me up.
Hey,
That's why I couldn't coach girls.
Can I ask y'all a serious question? What do you think when a woman say you act just like your dad? I can't,
Oh,
stand
yeah,
you.
that's
How
terrible.
you think that feel on a
Was your
when a-
daddy in the home?
No. Oh, my daddy. Oh, well, my daddy was at home.
No, it hurts when your daddy ain't there.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah.
I mean,
She ain't gonna say that when
you.
your daddy's there.
Yeah, right.
That's
right.
one of those things
Your
that's
mama said it?
reserved.
Your mama said it even though your daddy was there?
No, my mama ain't never said that.
No, he was
But
just saying.
I just hear it a
Yeah.
lot. You act just like your daddy. I can't stand.
Well, he's my daddy.
yeah, what? Yeah. I mean, unless
Yeah.
you're trying to tell
But don't
me
you
something.
think that's traumatized for a kid though?
Of course.
Nah, because I'm thinking as a kid, well, hell, you chose him.
Man, I've heard some. Listen, I have heard women say some things to their kids.
Get
man.
mad at me for your bad choices.
No, you didn't.
I No, but I'm just saying, I done heard women say some things to their kids, man, that hurt my feelings.
Oh yeah.
It hurt me for that child. I'm like, wow, could you really say that?
Listen, I was in the store one time, man, and the kid had I take it back. I was in McDonald's drive-through, and this girl behind me, the kid was crying in the car. You know, it's early, 6 o'clock in the morning. The kid's crying. And I got my window down. I'm getting ready to order my food, and the young lady say, "Stop all that crying. You're crying like a bee before I punch you in your chest." I'm in the car. I look through the rear view, and you see the little boy in the back. He crying. He look every bit like 4, 5 years old.
Oh, she making them tough.
And I'm like, this is the stupidest, because I've heard parents say, "Oh man, I don't want my kid to be no punk. He gonna be a beast when he grow up. My son gonna be a beast, and then when he grow up and be that beast that you can't contain, now he
and you put money on his books.
You put money on his books, but now you want people to help. I don't know what's wrong with my son. Yes, you do. You planted that seed. That seed had time to grow. Now this is the result.
Y'all giving him some outlook. What about when you have to do a GoFundMe to try to bury him because he was such a beast?
Exactly. That part, bro.
See?
That
Yeah.
part.
I think, you know, and that's what I'm saying. Life is a crapshoot.
Yeah.
That, you know, you can do all the right things with a child and that child can mess up. Or you have kids who go through like the worst situations.
Mhm.
They went through foster care and for whatever reasons
And
turned their
trying to
lives
be the
right.
greatest one.
We'll be the
Yeah.
greatest.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I hear people say it's not where you start,
It's how you finish.
but where you start does have impact
of how you
on you. So those
Yeah.
values that are, you know, and that's the other thing. What values are you really putting in your kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that on Friday, man. The
Yeah.
morals, the values,
Right.
Where have we gone as a society? And we kind of hit on it today again when you start talking about some of these parents. They are afraid of their children, man. They're afraid of what they may do to them.
But they created that situation.
Or they're scared of what they might do to that child.
That's a possibility.
I
too.
mean, because my mother, we never found it. I just, you know, she said something about a gun one time. She said, "You don't know if I had one or not,
so
do you?"
y'all went looking.
I just stopped tripping.
He said he just stopped tripping.
I just stopped tripping. Why would I go looking? Why don't I just stop the need for the gun? You know, I think, you know, look, I've been bigger than my mama since I was 11 years old.
Mm.
And that woman ain't never worried about me ever because she had so put the fear of God in me when I was little. Now, there's some people who now allegedly Puffy snapped, you know, and slapped his mama. You know, one, I would never do that because just that level of disrespect.
Yeah, he called her.
come back.
And I think my mother's only heard me cuss one time.
I've never now.
And I'm gonna tell you what had happened. We going down King Drive. Mom is driving, and so we get down and we get to King Drive and Walnut, where Walnut's turned into Pleasant, right there.
Yeah.
And Mom wasn't paying attention, so she went through the light.
Oh.
I said, "Damn it, Mom! Did you see?"
Oh, hey,
Because I'm, you know, they go,
yeah.
But no, man, I shoot.
hey, I can see his.
What
mama
time you
right
woke up?
No, I
can
mean,
see your mama blowing
'cause
her
I
hand.
think-
What time you woke
I
up?
was, dude, I was grown.
It don't make no
It don't
difference.
make, hey, it
Don't
don't
make no difference.
You don't get too
Hey,
big.
that hand gonna get bigger than your face. And-
No, I just, you know, yeah, there are people, they should be, look, the young lady just killed her mother on the South Side.
Oh yeah.
You know, it happens,
Mhm.
man. I mean, this idea,
Yeah.
first of all, that, you know, parents love their children naturally is
Yeah.
not true. You learn to love your children. There are certain things that might kick in.
But how do you hate your child?
Oh man, reasons. You look like your daddy.
See,
There could
but
be
that
a whole
ain't-
lot of reasons.
But I think that's more hatred for the dad
That
than
is,
for the
that
child.
But unfortunately, it's the kid who's going to bear the
who's
brunt
going
of
to
it.
Right.
suffer? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then be a kid that looks like your daddy.
Well, hell, you shouldn't have laid with him.
Y'all talking, y'all. Everybody, I'm saying I'm strong over here. I wasn't going, even though I was sitting up here kind of going like. I remember one time my mother was really frustrated, and I know my mom deferred a lot of dreams for her kids. So let me acknowledge that she gave up a lot. She sacrificed a lot
Yeah.
that her kids, and we've done so well because of the sacrifices my mom made. But mom got frustrated, and look, my mother could do more verbal damage than any of the physical damage. My mother was
That means
good.
she was a smart lady.
Oh, very.
Yeah.
And so my mother was, she said, "You think I wanted to be a parent?" Now, Keith, the smart one, is thinking, well, if you want to be a parent, you shouldn't have had sex. That's what Keith, the smart one, was thinking.
Mhm.
He didn't say it.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause
I wouldn't have,
you
I
here
would
right
have never
now.
met you.
Yeah, because he's here right now in the flesh.
Once again, don't get mad at me for your bad choices.
Yeah. Nah, I told him.
And that, look, man, I started off working in AFDC, public assistance, ended up now in child support. So you kind of get the full gamut of where people are. Relationships are complicated. Everybody is not an intentional child. People then make choices after that child is created.
Mhm.
Sometimes we make good choices. Sometimes we make bad choices. But kids are always the collateral. That's why when we're talking and I hear his story and I hear her story, and both of you probably right, both of you probably wrong, but we got a child here we need to focus on. And I'm sorry that your relationship, love is on the rocks, but you need to make some adjustments. One of the reasons why I admire my sister's dad so much was this dude stepped up and wasn't compelled to step up. He stepped up. Some guys, it might take a little prodding, and then all of a sudden you begin to, okay, I created that.
Is this the guy that bought you the leather jacket? That wasn't.
No, that was
no.
one of my
Pleather.
that was pleasant. That was one of my mom's friends. But
Okay.
and I knew that dude since I was like 6.
Man, speaking
was-
of pleather,
And
I
he was
remember-
always kind of positive piece in my mom's life.
I remember having a pleather jacket coat. Like as soon as you was talking about it, I started remembering the one that everybody used to go to JL Marcus and get them pleather coats. I remember
I don't
one
know
time.
about everybody.
Well,
Whole lot of bodies.
whole lot of bodies.
Whole lot of bodies.
Whole lot of bodies.
You had one, Clark.
Yeah, I had one. I had one. I
Doc,
wasn't.
Talk about
we're not
fake it
telling
till you
lies.
make it.
I remember if you sat by a heater with that coat on,
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. Or if you go out and it's 40 degrees and it breaks because it froze up.
yeah, start cracking on you. Hey, it's almost like you got to put like some chapstick on your coat to keep
Man,
it
I'm
from-
telling you, that's one of the reasons why I dress the way I
Yeah,
dress, dude.
That's crazy.
I've had
yeah.
some moments.
Yeah.
I've had some moments where you go like,
Yeah.
if I ever get some money.
I ain't never.
Oh man, if I ever, I be right
Y'all
there.
make me think of my favorite pair of shoes, man. I wish I could find those shoes again. But I wore those shoes with everything. They were called State Streeters.
State
State Streeters.
Yeah, that was the brand. I got them at Davis Family Shoe Store
Another one used to slide
on
slide
Titonian Center when Deacon Davis had the shoe store right there. You remember that?
Yeah, I do
You
remember,
remember
that.
Davis Family Shoe Store
Yeah.
right on Titonian Center? I went in there, man, and they was beige and like a dark brown. They made like Stacy's, but they were State Streeters.
Was that on the corner?
Closer to the corner, was next door to the barber shop.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember now.
Hanson's?
Yeah.
Man,
The original one, not the one they just rebuilt. You know,
So I
something
remember
like that.
on Titonian, right here by the dry cleaners, they used to have that shoe shine place.
Yeah, right here on
That one
Titonian.
ain't
Yeah.
Strays, was it?
I forgot the name, but I remember my pops.
So what
used to
about
go
Shenanigans?
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. My pops used to go there, man, and then it was like the dry cleaners that was right over on Titonian.
You know, I start thinking, man, when we talk about rearing our own children and so forth and so on, I think about people who sacrificed a lot to try to do positive and do good in the community. I think of the Janetta Robinsons, the
Yeah.
mother Annie
Yeah.
Naomi Scott. I know there are more.
yeah,
Mother Miller over on Hopkins.
yeah.
You know, that would just give. They would
Yeah.
collect stuff just to be able to give it out to people. So, you know, shouts out to them, man. So we got to do better because, I mean, you know.
Hey, but you know what, Debo? And we actually talked about this Friday. I said, you know, how we used to say that those were the good old days.
Mhm.
And after a while, we're going to be saying that these are the good old days.
Well, I think they were the good old days, but there were some bad days. We have a tendency there were simpler days. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm more responsible now for things than I was as a child. That's why Christmas is not a big deal for adults because
Mhm.
all the fun is gone. You got to go out and buy the gifts. When you get the gifts, you had anticipation. I mean, there's all those things that go into not having adult
You
responsibility.
can't sleep at night.
Right. You know,
Thinking Santa Claus gonna come down that chimney.
but man,
You know, it was hard for me to figure it out because we didn't have no chimney. So I was trying to figure out how he came down that
That's because
chimney.
Santa Claus never came.
man, when no white man coming in.
Santa Claus, Santa Claus never came to
He
us.
wasn't gonna come in the hood.
No,
That's why James had to write a song.
Santa Claus.
Go straight
Begging
to
him
the
to-
king.
yeah,
Did y'all play?
begging
Was
him.
that in the rotation this
Oh
year?
yeah, of course
Oh,
we
yeah.
played that. Of course we played that.
Yeah.
Man,
Santa
I
Claus?
showed Jermaine pictures of me. I dressed up for my grandchildren, man, and they
Funny.
all sat in my lap.
You showed me that.
Yeah.
Hey, you Santa Claus?
Yeah.
You black and
Don't
Claus?
Bama Claus.
Don't
Black
say nothing,
Claus.
Clark. Don't say nothing, man.
No,
Don't
he
say
was
nothing.
Bama Claus.
No, because you know, I now this is just how you learn, right?
Mhm.
You know, every March we got a different choir uniform.
Oh.
So if it wasn't robes, you know, we might get
Like black and white. Or,
yeah. One year we did pink and black,
Mm.
and I'm gonna tell you that pink shirt was used for all kind of ensembles.
I bet.
People didn't know you could do all those things with pink.
I
I
mean,
man,
I remember when I first
Yeah.
decided that I was man enough to wear pink.
Yeah.
Me and this girl I was dating, we had matching button downs with some Levi's and some Dookies. You couldn't tell us nothing,
Couldn't
man.
tell you, pink shirt, the blue jeans, and
Yeah,
white shoes.
yeah, man. Please,
Yeah.
come on, man.
and that's the great thing about being
Yeah.
in the choir, because I'm gonna tell you, anniversary, you
And
spend
we wore that in the choir.
right. You spend more time arguing about what you're gonna wear than the actual songs you're
Yeah.
gonna sing.
I don't know. We had
So-
some tough choirs though, man. We had
Yeah.
Queen Kelly,
Yeah.
with Wisconsin.
Shirley
I know.
Garcia.
Yeah, Shirley, but I know you were in Robert
Yeah.
Williams. Yeah.
He passed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he passed a few
Yeah.
years ago. Hey, but you know, I was with Queen.
Ben
and them
Love
too.
passed too, didn't he?
Yeah, years ago. But you know,
Benji?
Benji was the one that actually did that record for Drew Hill.
Oh, I remember when he,
With the Benjamin
but he also
Yeah.
played with Mary J,
He
didn't he?
played with,
Oh, he played for
Mary
the
J.
Winans though. He
Played
was
for
in
the
the
Yeah,
Winans.
I think that was the original
Right.
trip
Yeah.
out on the road was with the Winans, and
Yeah.
he somehow got hooked up somewhere else.
Yeah,
Let me
in
do,
New York.
I joined the Metropolitan Youth Choir September 1971. And it became a thing. It was a real big deal for us. Our choir anniversary came up in March. So we said, you know what? Let's do formal.
Mm.
So we ended up the men had tuxedos
Mhm.
and the girls were in formal dresses.
Mm. How did that work out?
Very well. Trendsetters. I tell you how well it worked out. Because up in our balcony, we could see, because after a while that became not so much to hear sing what they wearing this year.
No.
So up in the balcony,
Oh,
can't see, is that Daryl Hines
Daryl Hines.
and
Valerie
Valerie
Daniels.
Daniels?
Wow.
You know,
Peeping.
when they had their anniversary,
Same thing.
It was
man.
for-
Same thing.
oh man, we were trendsetters. One year, one of our favorite uniforms was an accident. We couldn't come to an agreement on nothing. Every time they come up, no, don't do it. No, can do this. So we waited to the absolute last minute, still didn't have a uniform.
Mhm.
Someone said, you know what? Y'all remember, was it Butterick? No, Minnesota Fabrics.
Yeah,
What
Where
were they
Coles is out there now, Minnesota
it
Fabrics.
was one in Bayshore.
Bayshore.
And, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Someone
okay, okay.
found a
I
pattern,
think I remember Minnesota.
which was a cape. So, oh man, it was our slickest uniform. So
A cape.
let me tell you how. So it was like we had on black turtlenecks,
Yeah,
black slacks, black skirts,
yeah.
and then we had these capes, and the capes were, and so we had lime green, and it was like a blue,
Mm.
and so you wore it by sections.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Mm.
so sopranos was in
So
this.
color scheme.
Right, and then altos was this. The guys could go either way. The little guys had to wear,
Yeah.
and it was like the
Yeah, that's
coldest.
kinda dope.
So we had our big reunion. They said, we voted? What was our favorite uniform? They said, oh man, it had to be the capes. It had,
Wow.
because and then the fact that I had to buy a black turtleneck meant that now I could use the black turtleneck for other things.
Watch this, y'all. Let me thank Mr. Keith Pearls
That's why Keith. I got a question, man. Before you go, man.
Oh, he got me on that one. That's not gonna happen tomorrow.
I got a question, bro. Well, actually, for everybody in here, maybe y'all can.
Dude, we gotta go.
I know we gotta go. We got 2 minutes before I gotta push the button.
What time is it?
It's
Grand something time.
No, but seriously, if you have a stuttering issue and commit a crime, do they expect you to finish the sentence? I just had a
Let
question.
me thank Mr. Keith Harris. Thank you, Clark Kent. Thank you, man. Thank you, callers.
I just had a
That
question.
boy is brilliant.
Well, I'll be up at nighttime.
Dude, that was good, man.
Do they expect you to finish? I don't know. These are the questions that hunt me at nighttime.
Wow.
When I be by myself.
Make you kind of go.
Hey, I be by myself, man. So this what happens.
Again, we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do with this time slot, and that ain't it. Let's talk about it. Join us again on tomorrow at this same time on this same station. Right now, we got a commercial set or anything we need to go to?
Nah, Jack, it's just
Same bet.
yeah, out the door.
Same bet.
That channel. Let's
But
ride.
still answer my question before we go off, brother.
I gotta go, man.
Do they expect them to finish the sentence?
No.
Bye, man.
No.
Bye.